everybody, it's Jasmine, and today I'm bringing you guys my long-awaited what I carry in my freelance kit video. I have been a freelance makeup artist for 6 years now. I just got home from work and I just decided before I clean out my kit, I just thought I'd sit here with you guys and just show you everything while I'm here. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about everything that I bring with me, whether that's for photo shoots, weddings, big gigs, small gigs, everything. And I'm also going to tell you guys how I feel like investments should go within your kit. Everyone is different, everyone sets different budgets, and I just thought I'd just share with you guys some tips and tricks that I learned through 6 years of knowledge. So I'm gonna go ahead and start over here on my left, and this is my ring light. This is the brand of ring light that I have here. I was actually able to snag it off of a seller on Mercari. They just didn't want it anymore. It was in pristine condition and I bought it for $30. That's a steal if I do say so myself. Now the reason why I feel like you should have a ring light or some sort of really amazing lighting, whether that's having, I don't know, like a little lamp with you or just something portable, I feel like it's important because you just never know. There are some photo shoots that I've gone to where the photographer may have lighting, yes, but at the same time the station that I was working in was really dull and really dim, so I just needed the lighting as well. There have been weddings where I worked and I would have met them in a hotel, but the hotel lighting would have been absolutely horrible. So just having something extra that you could set up really quick. This is about 6 feet tall, I believe, so a little taller than me, which is perfect. And it's adjustable, so it's great, it's compact, it's kind of heavy, but I could deal with it. I'm pretty strong if I do say so myself. So always carry a light with you, whether that's small or a large ring light like this. I was lucky enough to snag it at a really good price and a really good deal. Now over on my right here, I have my train case, and I have so much to talk about with this train case situation. Now the one that I had before, I'm actually selling it on my Mercari, and that one is great. It was good. It was definitely your typical really long train case, and it had 4 wheels. This one only has 2. I will show you guys a larger view of it. And I really liked my old one because I felt like it was a little bit more portable. There was a lot more room. There was like this empty container on the bottom which you could like literally stuff everything in. But I felt like through time and through a lot of use, I just felt like it was a little too long for me because whenever I would have to put it in my car, you know, I would literally have to you know, and that was just not really ideal. So I wanted something a little bit shorter, still pretty tall and still pretty accessible, and that could hold a lot of things, that won't break, that was good quality. So I had a budget of less than $200. I wanted $200 to be like the most that I would spend, but I didn't want to go as cheap as like $50. I definitely wanted to pay for quality. I wanted to make sure that I was getting a good deal, and I was searching high and low from high-end brands to Amazon, and I found mine on Amazon, and I believe I might have spent maybe $150 for it. Yes, it's expensive, but it also came with a top compartment that I don't use because it's a little too large for what I bring. I like to carry everything in one hand, so I like to make sure that I don't look like I'm struggling when I arrive at my destination. So I really like this one. If I find the link to this item, then I will definitely link it down below. But there are so many train cases on the market. When I tell you there are hundreds and thousands on the market, there are so many, and I promise you the ones that I may use may not be right for you. It may be the ones that you see me use. Maybe you just think that is so perfect, but I wish it had this. So many to choose from. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what's inside here. And also the thing that you see here is actually what I carry my hair supplies in. I'm not a hair specialist, but I do hairstyle in case people need it, so I will show you this in the end. It is really tiny. It's really small, but it has my essentials in there. So this is what it looks like when I sit down really short. I believe this is a good 2.5 feet tall. Like I mentioned, the other one did have 4 wheels, but it has 2 wheels, and there's this little, what do you call these? Like a little luggage thing, little expander. I don't really know, but you guys get it. I like that. I feel like this is pretty lightweight, I think, compared to my old one with nothing in here. It literally feels like I could just swing it around, and it's a good time. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in and show you guys everything that's on the inside. There are 4 clasps on the top here, so I like to make sure that they're all secure when I travel because I have my things in here. I want to make sure that they're not going to fly out. And as you open it up, you do see some brushes here. Now, these are the brushes that I carry that are not my favorites. You know, when you have those core brushes that you like working with, these ones are the if I have to brushes. So in case I'm working with an extra large party or something like that, and I just need the extra tools, then they are here. I always carry black towels with me because whenever I lay my items on a surface, I like to make sure that I have the towels to lay down to protect my items from the surface so that nothing is being contaminated, nothing's being dirty. So I just keep that in here, which I need to toss in the laundry because I just got home from work. I wash the towels and I wash all of my brushes whenever I come home from a shift. Hygiene is key. Making sure that you have no bacteria on your items is key. No bacteria sounds really scary, but minimal. You can't avoid bacteria. It's just the matter of the fact, okay? I had to inch my way in here because I wanted you to know how serious it is, okay? Thank you. This is my brush kit here. This is nothing really special. It's a brush belt, and it has this really cool feature where it zips shut like a little book, and then when you open it, here is all of my brushes. So I have all of my face brushes on this side and all of my eye brushes on this side. There is a little stain that I have been trying to remove, but it's gonna stay there. Now the brushes that I carry are from so many different brands. I have a lot of brands who do send me a lot of brushes. So a lot of the brushes that I don't use in my kit or that I feel like are just repeating for my personal use, they always go in here. So things like Delium tools, some of my Laura Mercier brushes, and things of that nature, they all just go in here, and I make sure I wash them all after every single use. Now I don't put my dirty brushes back in my brush belt. The brush belt is solely for clean brushes. In fact, when I travel with these brush cases like this. I have one from Kaleidos and I have one from Delium Tools, and these carry all of my dirty brushes. And then after I clean the dirty brushes, I always make sure to clean the pouches so that when I travel again, it's clean. You get a lot in this top compartment, but I keep all of my foundations and all of the complexion products that are large here. Now, as you see, I have some Too Faced Born This Ways. I have a Giorgio Armani. I have a Catrice. These ones are great for photos, and this is the only Catrice one that I have in the collection. I have here some Fenty, and I have a whole bunch of Urban Decay. I actually bought these on myself, and it's just because I feel like when you find something that you personally really love, then you should invest in it. I have gone through a horrible time when I first started out freelancing, where I went to TJ Maxx and I found a whole bunch of things for a great deal, but turns out I never used it on myself, so I never was able to formulate an opinion, and I literally blew through hundreds and thousands of dollars on items that were not good. So I recommend investing in items that you know are good and that you know you would buy time and time again. So of course, you guys see me use these foundations all the time on my channel. The Too Faced Born This Way, I have purchased 3 of them for myself, and then I also have some for the kit. Fenty Beauty, I've gone through 3 Fenty Beauty foundations on myself. I have gone through, well, it's not fully done yet, but my Urban Decay foundation that you guys know and love. And then here I have some of the setting sprays, Urban Decay All Nighter. This is the old packaging, but still works. I have the Touch and Soul Medalist spray. This is beautiful on the body and in photos. So if I know that somebody is going to be showing their décolleté area, this is something that I like to keep in the kit. I don't spray this on the face because it can look a little too oily and shiny. I love the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. I talk a lot about this on my channel. This is great underneath foundation and on the body. It gives you a nice, beautiful, luminous glow. In my kit, I only have 2 large palettes, and I don't really like Morphe, as you guys know, but this Morphe palette is an exception. This is the 24G. I like this when I am on the go and I need something to accommodate for a large party, because I could use this for the eyes and face. You see here that you guys can get some bronzer shades, you guys can get some blush shades, some highlighter shades, and everything through and through is really solid. So love the fact that all these pans are large and that I have a lot to work with. As you see, it's been definitely loved, so love this one so much. If I need a colored palette, I reach for this Revolution one. It's not often that I do work with color on clients. Majority of the time they're working with maroons and browns and blacks, but you know, you do get some clients here and there that really like to play with color, and there are some photo shoots that really do require color as well. So I like to keep this one. This one is the Maxi Reloaded palette. I feel like this, out of the Revolution Reloaded series, this one is the best formula. It's very consistent through and through. It's all matte, and I feel like you can use it on the face as well if needed. Oh, also on the sides here, I keep makeup wipes and surface wipes because I think it's really important. And I also have some hand sanitizer here as well. I do need to replenish that though, because I'm running low, but I have everything that I need and I just need to pop it in there. So I'm going to unzip this part, and this is the reason why I purchased this kit in particular. It's because these ones have built-in drawers, and I love that because it keeps everything organized. And if I am working a photo shoot and I need everything on the table organized, I just take out these drawers like this and I just set it on the table, and it's really easy to just pop back in and just head on with my day. So I'm going to show you guys what's in every single drawer here and just talk about what I feel like is a necessity and what I feel like is perfect for me. Now, everyone works a little bit different. I know a lot of people invest in different things. I am the type of person to just do trial and error. I feel like making mistakes is the way to go, but at the same time, your money shouldn't be forfeited. So I hope that I can give you guys some helpful tips, and I'm just going to go ahead and start with this one here. Now, these ones are going to be all of my primers and powders. Now, I have a lot of face prep here. So I have this face serum, I have a moisturizer, I have the Juno primer, I got some mini Benefit primers here. I feel like mini primers are really easy to carry around because they're small and they fit everywhere. And then I just have some Fenty Beauty powder and RCMA No Color powder. Typically, I don't like to hoard on all of those items. I feel like a lot of them are versatile, and I always hydrate my client's skin before I do anything else, which is why I keep a serum and moisturizer in there. The next drawer here looks like a junk drawer. I feel like this is probably like the most messy, but I promise it's an organized mess. I know where everything is and I know what's in here. Now, the first two things are just some cleaners. So I have this Shop Missy brush cleaner. It's half of the Shop Missy brush cleaner and half of the Cinema Secrets brush cleaner. Now, if I drop a brush, I will not use it on a client, but if I need that same brush and say it has a blue eyeshadow and I need to put on a brown, then I will use this to clean it. Or if I'm putting something back in my little dirty brush kit and it fell on the floor and say I got caught in some spider webs, I'm gonna clean it off real quick before I put it in here. This is just some rubbing alcohol. Typically, I like to keep 90% and up in this bottle. As you see, I'm running low and I clean everything. Literally everything that is laid on this towel will get cleaned off later. So I always keep some alcohol with me just in case, and also in case I forget some hand sanitizer, I'll sometimes spritz this on my hands as just like a last minute resort. Everything else in this drawer, you see some glitters, you see some eyeliners and some primers, and that's all that I really keep in here. You know, different occasions call for different colors, so that's the reason why it kind of looks a little bit messy, and glitter gets everywhere, so that's kind of unavoidable. This is my lash drawer. I have a lot of lashes. I just keep them like this because it's in a drawer. It's not going to get messed up. And I kind of just keep the packages stacked on top of each other. And that kind of keeps everything enclosed and in good condition. I do have these little palettes here because it really helps me not transfer any germs. And I also clean them off with some of my makeup wipes, and then I clean it off with the alcohol. So I make sure that that's clean before I go on to my next client. This is my brow drawer, and I also do keep a little bit of concealer in here. Now, typically when I work on my clients, I don't do a lot of concealer. I actually just double up foundation. So that's kind of a way for me to prevent cakiness. So I only keep a select few concealers. I have my Catrice ones that I really do love and that I talk about all the time. And then I also have my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite. These ones are a Tarte Shape Tape dupe for sure. I am very picky. I feel like nothing is comparable to the Tarte Shape Tape. Everyone says everything is a Tarte Shape Tape dupe, but I promise you, this one is it, okay? Whenever I'm doing this in this video, just take me seriously, okay? Thank you. I have a whole bunch of brow pencils, from slim brow pencils to thick brow pencils, and the brands really do range in here, so I kind of just work with what I have. But the majority of the time, I do have to say, I reach for my brow powders a lot. So I have the ABH one and the Sigma one. The Sigma one is the old packaging, but still the same formula. If you thought I only carried 2 palettes in my collection, you must have been out of your mind. I carry a lot of palettes. Well, a lot for me. I was actually a culprit of packing way too many palettes in my kit. I actually narrowed it down to the select few that I know that I use all the time. And I feel like that's really smart because I feel like for a lot of us, we hoard a lot of palettes. So I decided to hone everything in, and these are the palettes that I carry. Joseph Colors Friendcation. Not only do I have this for myself, but my clients as well. This palette is used and abused similar to my Morphe one. There are 2 shades that I hit pan on. Do you see them? Beautiful. I love to see it. I love to hear it. I have here the Sigma Sculpt palette. This is a pretty cool tone palette, but it's also really versatile. If my client wants a quick brown smoky eye, this is the palette that I'm going to reach for. You can also use code ThatsSoYin to save a little bit of money on this palette. Real Her, You Are Brilliant. This palette has definitely been loved, used, and abused. This palette does look boring for blushes, but I promise you the pigment is 100% there. It literally just makes the face look so much more bright, awake, youthful, and you can also use code ThatsSoYin to save a little bit of extra cash. Talk about used and abused, the ABH contour kit. Now this one does look really weird, huh? It looks like I changed out some colors. I did. So the bottom is actually the medium contour kit, and then the top is the dark contour kit. I just like to keep the actual bronzy shades in here because I don't really use the lighter shades because I have the powders in this drawer. This palette here is a cool tone eyeshadow palette from Laura Geller. This one is the Downtown Cool eyeshadow palette. This one is pretty boring, but you know, there's always that one client who just swears by cool tones and blues. So here it is. And what would a makeup kit be without the Glow Kit by Anastasia? This one is the Sun Dipped Glow Kit, and this one here has definitely been used a lot. I love this palette so much. If you are starting out, I think that this is definitely the highlighter palette to invest in. It is buttery, it is soft and smooth, and it does work great on both the eyes and the face. This is another drawer that looks like a complete mess, but trust me, this is definitely something that I feel like is very necessary. Disposable mascara wands. If you are using the mascara wand that comes in the mascara on all your clients, I need you to rethink your life real quick because that is nasty. That is disgusting. Don't ever do that again. I'm very diligent about switching out my mascaras, so I just have here the Revolution one and the Touch and Soul one. I usually just throw them out every 3 months as recommended. I have some lash curlers, some lash applicators, regular tweezers, some scissors. I got some lash glue, and then I have a little sharpener here just in case. And I also have some Q-tips because you never know. This one here are all of my lip liners as well as liquid lipsticks, and then this one here are all of my glosses. I don't know, I feel like you just need all of the variety in your collection. I like working with these types of products as opposed to bullet lipsticks because I feel like it's a lot more sanitary and it's a lot easier for me to use because I do use the little palette here. Remember the little palette? And I like to just disperse the color on the palette and then use a brush to apply it on my client as opposed to just using the applicator, because that's nasty. That is nasty. Don't ever do that. Don't do it. If you're thinking about doing it, don't do it. Stop. Also, if you're wondering how I like to sanitize my lip liners, they're actually really easy. What I like to do is I like to spray it with a rubbing alcohol first. I like to wipe it around in a little makeup wipe, and then I actually sharpen it. And the beauty of having sharpenable pencils is the fact that when you sharpen it, it's like you get a brand new product every single time. So keep that in mind when you are working with eyeliners, lip liners, any type of pencil product. In this flap, there's also a little mesh compartment here, and I'll just show you what I have. I have this little pouch here in which I keep all of my blenders, and I also keep this little pouch in case I work with a big party and all of the dirty sponges cannot fit in this pouch. I just keep an extra in here just in case. I don't like to keep the sponges here for a long time because I feel like it can harbor a lot of bacteria and I don't want to transfer that onto my clients, so I make sure to buy sponges a lot and in bulk. I also have a surface disinfectant here because I feel like this is so crucial. So before I put down my towels, I will spray the surface and I will wipe it with a surface wipe that I have on the side, and I will make sure that that is set and dry before I put down my towel and before I start work. This one is actually by the Butters Hygienics, and this is their household disinfectant medical grade. This kills 99.99% of germs, and it's a one-step disinfectant cleaner to sanitize, and it also is a fungicide, mildewstat, virucide, and deodorizer. And never forget your business cards. There have been so many times where I worked events and I wanted to connect with their photographers or their hair artists, and a lot of the times, I want to say 9 times out of 10, they never have their business cards. Make sure you have them just in case, because you never know who is going to be at that party and who might want your card to refer you to other people. So this is a great way to make connections and to network. And the final thing that we have here is my hair kit. Now, like I said, I am not a hair artist. I can do a great updo. I can do some simple hairstyling, but I'm not the best. And I'm gonna be very honest with that. I actually let my clients know, like, I'm not a hair artist. I just can do hair, and normally they like what I do. So that's why I keep doing it, and that's the reason why I have my little hair kit with me. So this is actually just a regular makeup kit. It actually had some slots in it that I threw out because I just needed the case. I like how teeny it is. I like how there's a strap, and it's just nice, easy, and it just travels nicely. I keep my hair clips in here. I keep the combs. I keep the mini hair ties, the bobby pins. I never reuse the same hair tools on my client. So if I put bobby pins in their hair, I'm not gonna take it out and I'm not gonna keep it for later. But ma'am, just buy your bobby pins, buy your elastics. Don't be cheap about it. Just let them have it. And then in this compartment, I actually have a lot of hair accessories. So sometimes if the brides forget their hair accessories at home and they're already at their venue and I'm working, I'm like, girl, it's okay, I got you. So I just have like a variety of like different hair accessories here. You know, the usual. It's always good to be prepared too, because sometimes everyone is just so booked and busy, and it's fine. You just want to make sure that you have the things that you need, and hopefully it works out. And then in this compartment, I don't carry anything up here. It's supposed to be a makeup kit, but I just use it to carry all my hair stuff. I have this baggie here, and I know it looks a little sus, but just trust me. This is actually what I carry my hair tools in. So I have a detachable hair curler. So this is the base, and then I have all of the rods here, different sizes, different lengths, different shapes. And it's just easier for me because this is pretty small, so I want to make sure that all of my necessities are in one bag. And in cases where my clients have super short hair, I have a really small mini curling iron here, super small, like it's definitely meant for travel, but it works, super tiny. It's really good for the bangs as well. So you just never know when you need a small iron. Sometimes it's better than using your large iron with a small barrel. Just works. I also have a hair straightener that I'm not too crazy about. This is the Conair Infinity one. It's pretty small, but it's not my favorite. It works, but whatever. Hairbrush, just in case. This one's cool because it also has the point at the end, so if I ever need to make a part, it's really easy to just flip it around. And I also have some random hair oil here. I have some dry shampoo. I have some hairspray, and then I also have some heat protectant. All these brands just really change out really easily. It kind of just depends if I already have it under my sink, or if there's a sale, or if I just need to grab something really quick from the store, then I'm able to just get it and hopefully it fits. I just hope for the best. And there you have it. That's everything that I carry every single time I go to work. Isn't that kind of crazy? It's a lot. It definitely is. This kit was not cheap. It was not cheap at all, in the slightest, and I paid for almost all of it. I was granted some things in PR, but the majority of it straight out of my pockets. And if you are wondering, well, where should I start? Where should I invest? What should I do? I would always say educate yourself on sanitization first. Sanitization is always key, and you will never ever catch me slipping on that. I am just so terrified of ever giving anyone some type of infection, a bacterial infection, pink eye. Like, I don't want it. Like, I don't ever want anyone to tell somebody else like, oh my god, Jasmine is just so dirty. Like, I want to make sure that what I do is clean, is safe, and I'm also offering great services to my clients. If you're wondering what you should charge your clients, I would just say go with your gut. Start in a place where you feel comfortable, and once you get started, you can always increase your prices. I remember when I started with $40 for a full face with lashes, and I realized that was not a lot. That's really nothing. And for the services that I was doing, and for the event, especially for the services that I was doing, and especially with all of the investments that was going into this kit, $40 for a full face wasn't a lot. And it was honestly like just getting me by. So I have increased my prices from then. I mean, it's been 6 years, and I feel like my prices right now are fair, and I am really happy with the way that it is. So don't lowball yourself, and just make sure that you know your worth. And as far as like other things, I have made sure to make a contract. That is not required at all. You don't have to do that. Majority of the people don't, but I do a little contract for my clients to sign. I make sure that now, because of COVID, I have them sign a consent form and everything like that. But that is just all extra that you don't need to do. But if you feel like is necessary, then go for it. But you know, for the longest time, I wasn't doing that. I just feel like it's a little bit of a added effort, and it also actually keeps the client reminded that, hey, you have an appointment at this time. Make sure that you are here, and that you're present, and you know that you are all ready. So that's kind of like what I like doing, but majority of the time your clients are always going to be there. It's been very rare that a client has ever missed their appointment or was like a no call, no show. Like, it's very rare. So I hope that this video was helpful. I hope I was able to give you guys some guidance, some tips. I know that there are a lot more that I can give, but I just don't know at the top of my head. I'm tired. I want to go to sleep. to be honest. But I hope you guys all really enjoy this one. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. Like this video if you found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye. Peace out, Girl Scouts.